And this is continuing to be the same as I've been saying in recent What Sold videos, and as I said at my year-end video. Poshmark is just not a top performer for me anymore. Let's talk about these sales. Hi Sequels friends, welcome back to my channel. It is so awesome to have you here today, and I really do appreciate you tuning in. Today we are talking about what sold for the month of February. I have to let you know from the get-go, my sales are chugging along. I'm trying my best to keep them steady, but I am noticing that sales are down to last year, and I think I was down about 14%. Now, I'm still pushing as hard as I can because I'm really trying to make sure that March ends up being a great month, since March is one of my best months. And this is continuing to be the same as I've been saying in recent What Sold videos, and as I said at my year-end video. Poshmark is just not a top performer for me anymore. Let's talk about these sales by platforms, from the lowest performing platform to the best performing platform. Get started, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below how your February turned out. Did you exceed last year's numbers? Were you expecting to? Did you get to where you wanted to be? Are you less than last year? Let's talk about it in the comment section below so that we can get a better idea if we're all kind of in the same boat. Watching many other YouTube resellers, it seems to be a common thread this year. But yeah, let me know. Let's talk about numbers. So I'm gonna pop them up right here. Overall, I made $985.04 in gross sales. I ended up putting 60% of that in my pocket, which was $588.20. Now, I do want to let you guys know, as I've been watching a lot of other resellers, and I know that I do mine a little bit differently. The $985 is gross sales. Those are my total sales. So on eBay, that also includes the shipping, as the shipping is charged on top of the sale. Of course, it doesn't for Poshmark and Mercari, nor does it for Etsy, because I charge free shipping on Etsy. Now, when I give you the $588 here that I'm putting in my pocket, that is after charging any shipping fees, after the cost of goods, and after platform fees. It's after all of those. Some people just do it after platform fees. Some people just do it without the shipping in it. So I want to clarify to you what those numbers consist of and why I typically have a 60 to 65 return or gross margin. I've been keeping track of my sell-through rate a bit more, as I'm trying to play around with how many items can I put online based on my sell-through rate to try to, hit some numbers. You know how you have that formula where you can determine, if I list this many things and I'm selling through at this rate, how much money do I think I can make a month? As I'm trying to push myself to increase my sales. So overall, my sell-through rate came in at 11.4%. Also, I'm still moving through some clearance items. You guys know that I did a clear out haul of some older things at the beginning of the year. But I do still have things that I think will move, but I've just lowered the price on them to try to get them gone. My goal here is to get some cash flow. A lot of the things that I've been thrifting recently have been selling, so I feel like bringing in some newness is really helping. So I am selling through a lot of markdowns, and 14% of my total sales were in markdowns. Now this month, my average sale price came in at $16.34. I did sell 36 total items, and only 6 of those are what I would consider a BOLO. BOLO items for me are any items that I net more than $20 on. So yeah, I had a couple of $20 sales. I also had a couple of $50, $60, $70 sales. So that's how we're getting at that average sale price. Now, as I do, I love to share with you my sales by category and sales by platform. So let's get to that now. My category this month were really interesting because men's has jumped up to the top, and it has not been that way for a couple of years, at least since the last time we were getting men's thread up boxes. So my partner's been helping me thrift, and he's been picking out some more men's items, and that is paying off because 2 of my best performing items of the month were his picks, which is why both of these men's categories have skyrocketed up. But before we talk about that, first up was home. I did 17% of the total unit sales and made 30% of the total dollar sales. So obviously there was a nice high price pointed item in there. Now getting into the men's jackets, I did 3% of the total unit sales and made 12% of the total dollars. Men's tops, 14% of the total units, but I brought in 19% of my total dollars in men's tops. And then, as I say every month, up top was the tops category, the women's tops category, 17% of the total units, and they made up 12% of my total dollar sales. So let's go ahead and talk about sales platforms and how sales are performing per platform. And this is continuing to be the same as I've been saying in recent What Sold videos, and as I said at my year-end video. Poshmark is just not a top performer for me anymore. Let's talk about these sales by platforms, from the lowest performing platform to the best performing platform. Now I have other there. That's if I sell anything on Facebook or in any other platform that are not any of these, and that did not happen this month. Second second worst performing platform is Mercari. Mercari's been problematic, becoming more and more problematic for me. I cross-list everything on every single platform. I'm not sure that that is worth it. We're really gonna have to evaluate whether I should move forward with Mercari or try some of the other platforms that I'm starting to hear more about. Next up, I'm gonna put Poshmark. Poshmark is, luckily this month I had some sales on Poshmark, which has been feeling odd because that hasn't been happening recently. I did 25% of my total unit sales on Poshmark, but it only brought in 13% of my total dollar sales. What that tells me is I'm moving units over there, but they are not moving for a lot of money, and that is definitely the case. Best performing platform is Etsy. I have done 17% of my unit sales on Etsy, but it brings in 34% of my total dollar sales. So what does that tell me about Etsy? Etsy is the exact opposite of Poshmark. I can sell less items over there and make more money. My top performing platform, as it has been for what seems like ever now, is eBay. eBay brought in 56% of the total unit sales and made up 52% of the total dollar sales. It's going to be really interesting to see for 2025 how these platforms adjust by the time we get into fourth quarter, and whether some of these platforms are even going to be viable at all, or if some new platforms may take over, which is what I'm hoping for. I'm going to show you guys the best sellers, but it's going to be in order of the worst selling to the best selling item. And I'll have it timestamped below if you want to skip these and go straight to the BOLO items that net over 20 bucks, then you're welcome to do that. But I know a lot of people have asked me to give an overview of every single item that sells, so that is what we're going to do today. The first item that sold made me zero amounts of money, which was this stainless steel men's necklace. It did sell in a bundle, and I'll show you later what it sold with. Basically, I sold that item and gave this item away for free. Next up is this Shein t-shirt that came in a thread up box, and it sold for $9.09 total on eBay, and I put 86 cents in my pocket. This chunky red stone and silver statement necklace came in a jewelry mystery box. It sold all in at $8.57, and I put $1.15 in my pocket. These Bitten by Sarah Jessica Parker New Tag metallic wool pants I have had since October of 2023, and I finally got them gone for a total of $11.02 all in with shipping, and I put $1.46 in my pocket. As you guys know, my goal is to get rid of old items, and I was advantageous about doing so, which is why there are several items I did not really make any money on. Like this green pashmina wrap scarf. This one sold on eBay all in at $9.84, and I put $1.57 in my pocket. Another eBay sale, this is a crochet baby blanket. I have had this one since November of 2023. I think I mentioned it in a video, and then the very next day it sold all in on eBay for $11.29, and I put $1.94 in my pocket. That was a bins pickup. Rebel by Right jeans sold on Poshmark for $7. I put $2.34 in my pocket, and these were another mystery box item. Isn't it interesting that so many mystery box items are at the bottom of the barrel? Yes, that is why you have not seen a mystery unboxing on my channel for some time, even though they perform so well for my YouTube stats. This Brew Through came in a thread up t-shirt box. Sold it on eBay all in at $12.29 and put $2.69 in my pocket. I have had these Rockport boots since 11 of 2023. I got these in the bins. I don't know if it's just because they're Rockport, why they did not sell, but I finally got them gone all in at $20.67 on eBay, put $2.69 in my pocket. Another eBay sale, another mystery jewelry box item. This one is this American Eagle pearl necklace, and I sold it all in at $11.72 and ended up netting $4.21. Moving on to Poshmark, this Miss Look white tiered dress I got in the bins for myself, but it was a little tight in the arms, so I ended up putting it on the platforms to sell. I knew I wouldn't make a lot of money on it because Miss Look is not an item I would pick up, and I think it's an Amazon style brand. Sold it all in, it's Poshmark. Sold it for 12 bucks, made $5.35 after platform fees and cost of goods. Another Poshmark sale, another item from the bins. This one sold for $10 and I put $5.53 in my pocket. I can't remember if I got these in the mystery box or if they came out of Brent's closet. They seem a bit long for him, and that's his current size. So I probably got them in the mystery box. They sold on Poshmark for $10.50 and I put $6.78 in my pocket. Another mystery box item, this time from ThredUp Shoebox. Whopping $7.41 cost of goods. I ended up letting these go on Poshmark all in for $27.75, which means I net $9.75. This was a super quick flip, but didn't make me a ton of money because I bought it at regular price, but it was a test, and this is something that I'm looking for more at the bins. This is a vintage thermal Henley. They have a ridiculous sell-through value, so definitely worth the pickup if you can find them at great prices. I spent $4.99 at Goodwill, sold it all in on eBay for $26.07, and ended up making $9.98. Another item that I picked up at the bins, this Foxcraft no iron fitted blouse. Sold it all in at $20.62 and made $10.15. I think the pricing is a little bit different than what's on the screen because some of these items I sold at a discount is what I'm guessing, because yeah. Poshmark sale, this Roebuck & Co. flannel I sold for $15, got it in the bin, so I made $10.19, and I'm fine with that with my bins items. I've been picking up a lot of flannels just to flip quick for 10 bucks because they seem to do just that, they flip quick. Polo Ralph Lauren cable knit sweater, you guys saw this in a recent haul. Bought it for $3, sold it on eBay for $25.49, sold pretty quickly, just within a few days, and I made $11.96. A Poshmark sale from my personal closet. This is a Velvet Heart Eliza roll tab shirt. Sold it for $15 and put $12 in my pocket. I love these kind of sales. If you've been watching me for some time, I talk about this a lot, that I absolutely love these sales. I bought this for probably no more than 20 bucks, probably 15 to 20 bucks knowing me, at TJ Maxx 2+ years ago, wore it for the last 2 years and sold it for $15. I'm happy with that. I love to wear things and get almost the same price I sold for them when I resell them. Another Poshmark sale, this time, this is the bundle that went with the necklace that we started out with on on this video, and it is the vintage Laurel Birch cat crossbody bag that I showed you guys just recently in a haul. I think, did I? I'm not sure I did. Anyways, I got this at a local Goodwill, and I should have probably priced it a little bit higher. I had the price lower because if you look at it up close, it looks a little faded and pilled from when I washed it. And most of them was selling in the 14 to 19 range. Well, I put this up and within an hour or so, it sold for $14. I only made $13. And as you could see from that review, this person has been on the lookout for this purse. So if I would have had it a little bit higher price, I'm sure she would have paid it. Either way, it works out just fine for me as I got it sold quickly, and that is one of my goals, to flip quicker. This is another quick flip. It is this Anye women's belt. I've been doing very, very well with belts lately. That's why you continue to see me pick them up. Sold it for $17 on Poshmark and made $12.60. A set of 4 cloth napkins sold on eBay, all in at $24.21, and I put $12.87 in my pocket. An Etsy sale, this tassel necklace, which came out of a mystery jewelry box, sold all in at $20. I had it listed for $29. Took an offer, which you can do on Etsy if you turn those on, all in at $20.30, and I put $13.68 in my pocket. This was a fun find. It is an Algeria. I should probably check the pronunciation on that. Let's see. It was a fun find, this Allegria wear night dress. I pick up a lot of nightgowns, especially in the bins, and this was a bins find. I sold it for $19 on Poshmark. This one sold super quick in just a day, and I made $14.31. This white boxy tee. This one actually sold, was returned, put it back up, and it sold within just a couple days a second time, again on eBay both times, all in at $24.21. I made $14.99. Over on to Etsy. I have had this item for a while, since April of 2023. I have noticed that 80s over-the-top items just do not move for me at a decent price. I will probably be picking them up a lot less in the future. This is vintage Peter Popovich. Sold it on Etsy for $24, and I made $15.28. These wall sconces I have had for quite a while as well, just since April of 2024. I love these brass wall sconces. I noticed them trending very well in the home decor market, as well as with a lot of home decor vloggers. But I think the ones that I have are just very basic because I've seen this silhouette over and over again. When we went, if you watched my Monday little short video, when we went to Greenville, we saw these exact ones in a vintage booth for $15 a piece. I lowered my price on them and got them gone, and they sold all in for $35.15, and I made $18.36. This Lucky Brand boho top I got at the bins sold on eBay, all in at $35.15, and made $18.36. This Etsy Ivy Bunnies super cute Easter vintage Bardwell linens tablecloth, sold on Etsy for the full $29 asking price. I do offer free shipping on Etsy, so after free shipping and cost of goods, I made $18.45. Tommy Bahama silk tropical shirt. I've had this one since since August. And I think I just bought it in the wrong season, because now as we're getting closer to spring, it's sold. It is a 3X, which is why I picked it up, that it's silk, it's Hawaiian print, and it's a 3X. Sold all in for $30.25 and ended up putting $18.85 in my pocket. This bond worth is the first of the items that I consider BOLOs, as it net me more than $20. So I put more than $20 in my pocket. I got this at the bins. It is just all sorts of grandma core, cottagecore vibes. Sold it for the full $34 asking price, just within a month of listing. As I offer free shipping, I ended up making $22.70 on this item. This Battenberg lace, I pulled it out. You guys know I had done inventory recently and cleared through a bunch of stuff. I had this one pulled out to re-photograph because these photos are horrible. It's not pressed. These photos are horrible. And then, wouldn't you know it, I had it in line to be photographed, and it sells. Thank goodness, because then I didn't have to photograph it. This is an Etsy sale, all in at $39. Again, free shipping. Again, a bin's fine. Put $23.69 in my pocket. Great pickup going into spring, and also think about this kind of stuff for Easter. I've had these for a little while. They are very Y2K Nicole leather chunky heel boots. As you can see, they sold for $34. I got $40.29 all in, and I put $24.27 in my pocket. Now we're getting to the really good things. You guys would have seen this in a recent haul. It is a vintage wildland firefighting flame resistant shirt. My partner picked this up, and I told you guys he was making the decisions as to discounting and all that. This is his buy. I listed it on the 22nd, and by the 27th, I had a buyer. They paid the full $89 asking price, and we made $67.83. Not that all of our sales aren't we sales anyways. It goes into we's bank account. Another fun, this was a bins find. That last one was a Goodwill find. This was a bins find. I tell you guys to pick up quality fabrics when you see them, though you will have to sit on them. This is a long tail item. I have had this, oh no, there must be another one right next to it. This is another Brent last minute pickup while we were at the register. You guys would have heard that story if you watched that haul. This one sold for the full asking price of $99 within 4 days of listing, and I put $73.49 in my pocket. I'm telling you already, this coat got returned to me. The customer said it was a little bit too large. I was very, very disappointed. But if you see my March What Sold video, it has already sold. I listed it and it resold within just 2 days of listing for about, I think it was $3 short of this. So I ended up making about $70 on it either way. This was just an $8 pickup at a local thrift store. And I'm telling you, it's because it's London Fog. It's because it's wool. It's that overcoat size. It's very classic silhouette. My London Fog trenches aren't moving, but this thing moved back to back twice. So definitely a bolo. And then, as I've said before, I have told you guys, especially when you're out, if you're in the bins, but I've noticed it more and more even when out thrifting at the thrift store. Look for fabrics if you don't mind sitting on product. This is a long tail item, but quality fabrics do sell. This is a window pane plaid, and it is a linen upholstery drapery, very heavyweight fabric. And as you can see, I have 4 yards. I've noticed the little bit more yardage that I have on this heavier weight is very helpful because people are looking to cover like 4 dining chairs, or make a valance, or make a few pillows. So having a decent amount of yardage is worth it. This one I have had since July of 2024, so just this past summer. I had it listed for $149. You can see it sold for $149, and I ended up putting, after free shipping, cost of goods, and it looks like there was a little discount as well, because I sold it all in at $134.10. I ended up making $103.80. So not too bad for a $1.46 pickup at the bins. As always, thank you so much for watching my channel. I really do appreciate it. If you are still here and you haven't done so, go ahead and consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell so that you're notified every Wednesday as I upload new videos. If you want to deep dive into more part-time reseller content, I've got plenty for you. Go ahead and click the playlist that pops up here and see some more. Otherwise, I'll see you next Wednesday with some more reselling content. Have a great one, guys. Bye.